Hey guys and girls, Birchy here from the B.Invested headquarters doing another whiteboard session. Today's topic is how many properties do you need to retire? It is 2024, 2025, new year. What do we need to do to get you to retirement in 2025? So it's a good old age question and it's a good refresher. It's been a long while since I've done a whiteboard session on this. So how many properties do we need? So I always think and want to reverse engineer what the end goal is. So what is your end goal? I'm actually going to do 3. I've never done this beforehand, so I normally just do 100 grand, right? So let's say you want $150,000 a year. Let's say we want $100,000 per year. And let's say we just want $50,000 per year. 3 different scenarios. Take your choice, batter up, right? You can expand this. You're going to be very good at maths after you watch this. So what does that equal, right? So this one equals $3,000 per week. This one equals $2,000 per week. This one equals $1,000 per week. So at the moment, if you're earning 50K, you have to go to work, perform tricks, get out of bed at 6 o'clock, brush your teeth, hop on the train, get to work, be told off by your boss, whatever the case may be. You have to perform whatever figure you're on, right? It's a sliding scale, you can add, subtract, whatever. What you want to do is utilize your active income of whatever that figure is that you've got and collect assets that are getting you into a passive income position. So if the average rental of a property is $400 per week, right? 3 grand, you're going to need about 8 to 9 properties. 2 grand, you're going to need 5 properties. 1 grand, you're going to need 2 to 3 properties, right? So you're going to need those amounts of properties. So let's break that down again, right? So we've got 8 to 9 properties. What do those properties look like? They're going to be, say, a property for $200,000, rent for $400 per week. Right? So you're going to need, say 9, you're going to need about, say, $1.8 million worth of asset. Here you're going to need 200 grand times 5, you're going to need $1 million worth of asset. And this one here, we're going to need, say, 600,000 just to be on the safe side. All right? So 1.8, 1 million, 600 grand. So how do you get it? You might be sitting there and go, I've only got 50K, whatever, right? 50K gets you into the first one. Then you pull equity. If you haven't seen the other videos, the other whiteboard sessions, lots of content in them. I'm giving you guys lots of resources here, so just go back and watch those other videos, right? Yeah, with it on this front, you might be sitting there saying, okay, Nathan, that's all good and well. How do I buy 8 properties, 5 properties, 3 properties? Yeah, I need to get this amount. You can start with, for deposits for this one, you'll need, say, 150K. You could buy with a 50K deposit, pull out equity, buy the next one with a 50K deposit, pull out equity, buy another one for 50K. So you really could start with 50K. To get 5, you just need to do that 5 times and so on and so forth, right? So as we look at that, we go, okay, cool. We've got the properties, but how do we pay them out? It's going to take me the next 30 years or 40 years to pay these bastards out. Well, not necessarily, right? Because if 200 grand turns to 400K, think about it this way, right? You're smart people watching these videos. Tell me that you know an area, and it could be a shit area, it could be a good area, it could be a surprise area, it could be a regional area that hasn't doubled in the last 5 years, right? Let's go Perth, Sydney, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Adelaide, Cairns, Townsville, Rockhampton, right? They're out there, right? They've happened. They've already happened, right? Don't go there and try and do it now because you probably hurt yourself along the way. But just for example, right? So if you needed 5 properties to retire on, buy 10 properties, right? You need 2 or 3 properties, buy 4 to 6 properties. You need 8 to 9, buy, I'm gonna just scrub this bit off, just so we've got a nice little presentation I can leave you all with. 16 to 18 properties, right? So realistically, if you want to retire with 150 grand worth of income, or 100 grand worth of income, you're going to need 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 properties in the portfolio. They double in value. You sell off half, you pay out the other half. Very simple strategy. The other option is if you just buy, say, 10 of these properties here. I'm just going to slide back across here. You buy 10, use 100 grand as an example. That's option one, is that they double and you can sell off half and pay out the other half. The other option is if you've got these 10 properties, and let's say they're renting for the $400 per week, that's neutral cash flow today. But if the rent goes from $400 to $500 per week, then there's $100 per week positive cash flow. If you've got $100 a week times 10, $1,000 per week positive cash flow. So do you necessarily have to sell off those properties to pay down the debt? No. Second option, the ideal option, would be, or the third option would be to push up the cash flow. So once you've got the asset base that's created, then you've got levers that you can play with there. So yeah, looking at it, if I was trying to start in 2025, or I was on my journey, I'd be looking, working backwards. That's the figure I'm trying to hit. You're not going to get there with 2 properties, right? You're not going to get there with 1 property. You're not going to get there with 4 properties, right? You need to work backwards and then go from there. And obviously, as time goes, rents rise, interest rates come down, there's a buffer, there's a spread there that you can have. So if you can get 10 properties and the rents go up $100 a week, the interest rates go down and save you $100 a week, there's $200 a week, $200 a week times 10, there's your $2,000 a week. You don't have to sell a single property. You just need 10 properties to take you through that cycle. So yeah, how many properties do you need to retire in 2025? Work out your strategy. What does your strategy look like? What do you think it needs help with? So drop us a comment below if you need help on building that strategy. Hit us up, 1300 367 925, admin@binvested.com.au, or there should be a link somewhere around the screen to book in for a discovery session. You never know where a conversation will start. I've got people that have started in 2024 with 1 or no properties at the start of the year. At the end of the year, they've got 10, 15, 20. I've got a client that got 21 properties in 18 months. So yeah, it can still happen right now. Yeah, take strategy. Catch up soon, folks. Have a great day.